pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. There's no line, Eddie. Under 10. 10. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 9. Alert flare. Switch.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Hill on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys, and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hard. Check 25. Jim.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie. 15.
Hey, watch it. SOS.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 26. Watch the safety creep.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Yellow, yellow. 180.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check 52. No.
Hey, Sunday.
On second down, it's Cohen. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. They still won the ball game. They leaned on.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Ready. 8-3.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 43. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Well, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Yellow, I've got blue lady.
Switch up, switch up.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Locke to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Go.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, wahoo! Back. Defense.
Now to the air. Rock. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
I'm going to run you over. Smooth. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's pivot.
Locke going to go on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Check. Crunch. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Q.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
31's the mark. It's going to be a long...
Mahomes now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down. It's Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hero 15.
31's the mark. Here we go. Smoke. 31's the mark.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check safety.
On play action, lock. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on first down. Cohen. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Yellow.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Correct.
Bravo. Watch twist.
Now here's Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Before half for Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. They're trying to take a shot. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
They'll try the left side. Stover. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
We got 25 to Mike. Coming.
Block now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, Stover. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
On second and 11 now. Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
They still playing soccer. Fair. You're out. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Ready?
Here's Locke. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Topper! Check. Get it.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsay, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. A big play there for KC. 67 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Watch the slant. Yellow. Check three. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Wide. Get wide.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Hey, Charlie!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lock off of play action. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Yellow, there's a wide right.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the curve.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, in any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yellow. On the line.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Right hand.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Yellow. On the line.
Double dog. That's the way.
Right hand.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check nickel. Check your hot read.
Attacking attack.
Turn it up. Kill.
Attacking attack.
Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5.
I don't need to. 180.
36.
And rip left.
Whip.
Yellow.
Watch the whip.
Right hand.
They run on second down with Adams. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Brings up third down.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and a mile.
22's coming. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That is caught by Cohen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Mahomes going to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Switch.
Easy.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamal Agnew.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Attack, attack. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's complete to Adams. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run on first down. Cohen. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Cohen. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
He's got a man, complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And my goodness, another interception. Sula Cravens with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Chiefs, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.